Hello, hello. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. I am back again, even though this is, well, I don't think anyone's gonna really notice the stream up right now anyway, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm technically supposed to be resting more, but I can't rest anymore. I literally can't. I have tried. Laying there kind of drove me insane because I want to do things and be productive. Even though streaming for me isn't exactly the most productive thing, it can be. However, that's only if I really have a plan, you know. Only if I really have a plan, which I don't have a plan. I'm just here because I am bored. And I just want to talk to everyone. So yeah, hello, welcome to the stream. As you can see, I am still, as usual, behind these bars. And quite honestly, I should probably be laying down still, but like I said before, I can't really lay down and try to sleep anymore because I just can't. I really just can't. All in all, with this ear infection in my left ear, or what seems to feel like an ear infection, there's pressure and pain there. Not dizzy, so that's mostly fine. But it'll probably hit me like sooner or later, but it's a thing. It's a thing. But right now, I literally can't lay down anymore, and yeah, I don't think I can take much more of just laying down there doing nothing but watching other people stream and watching videos from where I was laying down. Not the most yeah, it's not the most for some reason the word that I'm trying to look for is not really reaching my head for some reason. But you know, I'm not the kind of person that likes to just like lay down there doing nothing. I really am not. A lot of times I want to be awake and actually do stuff. So at the same time, it's like I kind of get the feeling that this may have been self-inflicted because I didn't exactly sleep last night. Mostly because I was reviewing like other things that I needed to work on, and as well as some things from my job. Mostly looking at like the paper reports and then sending back in for it, but that's a different kind of thing. That's something that I'm like on call for. Because some things need to be looked at, and I don't get to sleep when those just come in. I really don't. I really don't. But that, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Like, I'm awake. I can't. I don't want to lay down anymore. I really don't. You can't make me. You can't make me, okay? It's fine. Because I'm fully awake now. I really am. Just with like this ear infection that's in my left ear right now, but I'm just repeating myself at this point. Yeah, I'm not entirely too sure what I'm going to do today, but yes, I am here today. And I hope you are all nice and rested, comfy yourselves. Because we're just gonna be well, probably shooting the today. Or just even playing a random video game. Speaking of it, there's like a lot of things that I do want to do for video games. Like, I do want to do like Omori on stream. There's also the entirety of the Tales of series. Well, not really the entirety. There's some games in the Tales of series that I definitely would skip out on. Like Tales of Zestiria. That one was not very good. That one was not very good at all. I wish it was good. Mostly because it had like almost like King Arthur as the premise with the whole magic sword bit, but it's kind of a different kind of thing. And then there's Tales of Fantasia, Tales of Destiny 2, and then Tales of Eternia, and you know, all the other decent Tales of games. However, right now I am actually very glad that Hideo Baba is no longer I think it was the director of the series now. The director of his of the actual studio. And the games got better for that, actually. Or at least the most recent game, Tales of Arise, got a lot better because of it. because, well, I do like his games. I really do. However, he really pushes the whole. It has to have like some sort of theme to it, and you can see it permeate throughout the entirety of the story in most Tales of games. And I believe he left the actual studio, the Tales of studio, right when they were starting development on Tales of Berseria, which that one was pretty good too. Even though it's supposed to be just a prequel to Zestiria, but that's fine. It actually turned out really, really well for that one. It really did. But that's a little bit of my opinion, though. And there's some other games that'll be coming out soon, probably in the next month. I think Omega Strikers comes back. Omega Strikers comes back, and I want to actually play that again because I do see like a lot of their sneak previews that they've released, and it looks really, really good. I'm really excited about some of the newer game mechanics that you're gonna add in there. But yeah, I can't really say too much about that actually because it's not like I know certain other things, and yeah. But that's gonna be an exciting thing to wait for. And there's also gonna be like more updates to Hunt Showdown, which they're unfortunately bringing solo revives back. But well, that's just another thing though. For me, that was a nightmare during solos because you have to worry about if people are going to get back up or not. Even though I've abused that feature so much when that event was running, but well, it was one of the more positive things that came out of the event that a lot of people liked, especially for solo play. Because at the very least, you could potentially save your character and then just leave the map. Unless they burn your body, and then, well, yeah. That already trapped your body, which I frequently did a lot out of pure paranoia during that event. Out of pure paranoia, especially since everyone likes to crouch walk, and I'm usually loud and obnoxious in Hunt. This is why I probably prefer playing in teams, because there's already going to be like a lot of people on the map already, and if you're in a team, they most likely know you're going to be coming and you're going to need to make some distractions, which I am good for that. I am a close range specialist, even though it gets me killed a lot. It gets me killed a lot, but that's fine. That's fine. That's just how I play the game, though. It really is how I play the game. Yes. Sorry, if I do seem out of it, that's probably because of the ear infection. It's not making me dizzy or anything, but I do feel like there's pressure and pain in my left ear. But that's only minor to me. Well, I know my friends would say it's not, but yes, I am streaming. Also, hello, Noir. Welcome. Also, congratulations on being first. Yes, I'm streaming because I could not lay down any longer. I was so bored. And I could not sleep. So I was just laying there, watching other people stream. So yes, I just couldn't. Well, as long as you're okay enough, well, yes, I am okay enough. Though there would be like another friend of mine that I was on a call with earlier that would probably force me to go to bed even though I can't sleep. Yeah, I can't sleep anymore. I just can't. Laying down at that very moment would be extremely painful for me. Not in the sense of like actual pain, but in the sense that it's not like I have to feel like I need to do something, but I just don't feel like I'm being, productive. Especially since I'm awake and can't sleep. Not to mention, I don't want to use medication to put me to sleep because that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to use medication for. Even though we have NyQuil. I don't need NyQuil for something like that, though. I really don't. Plus, I don't have, any other symptoms that would require NyQuil. So it's like, I don't want to take medicine just to force me to sleep. It's not good. At least to me, it's not good. At all. So it's like, It's like 1 p.m. for you. You don't have to sleep. Yeah, technically, I could just chill. Yes, I really could. But I just, well, I was bored. I was really, really, really bored. Like, when I'm bored, it's kind of painful for me. But yeah, you know how it is though. Rest doesn't always equal sleep. Yeah, you're right about that, Noir. Rest does not always have to equal sleep. You just don't want to like push yourself. And at least to me, streaming isn't really pushing myself physically because well, then again, everyone's kind of like affected differently in terms of like effort. Some people do get sick when they put a lot of I don't words. Anyway, when people put like a lot of mental stress on themselves, sometimes they'll get sick over that. For me, streaming right now does not seem to like, at least to me, it doesn't seem to put me through like any kind of mental stress or anything like that. If anything, I would be more worried if I push myself physically, which I kind of wish I could actually do at least my morning exercises, but I couldn't really do that because I know that was a bad idea. Well, I know that is a bad idea, so I don't want to push myself physically. Because, you know, if I do that, I'm probably gonna make it worse. I really would probably make it worse if I did anything like actually physical that I would usually normally do. But hey, at least streaming shouldn't put any like strain on me. It shouldn't put any strain on me. Well, at least, yeah, I'm just gonna end up going in circles, repeating myself. Streaming does not like strain me at all. At all. There are times where I was like, nah, I don't really want to stream because I don't think I'll put my my full effort into it and all that stuff. Which today I'm probably not putting in full effort into it anyway, but I'm like extremely bored. So that's a different thing. That's a different thing. I do want to play something real quick today. At least real quick. Probably as a one-off until I actually get like, you know, like a Dragon Ishin and Resonance of Fate done. And something that I've kind of wanted to play for a long time. Even though I played it on the PlayStation Run. PlayStation Run. I almost said run. What is it? It would be Tales of Destiny, the director's cut. You know, the actual remake of the first Tales of Destiny game on the PlayStation 1. Which, I really do like the remake, and I do. I know I bought that game off PlayAsia like a long time ago when I first got a job as a kid. Because I really wanted to play the remake of Tales of Destiny, like up to the point that I even bought the director's cut. Which I really wish that they just that they didn't have a director's cut. I really wish. I really wish. Like, actually. I literally bought that game twice. Quite literally. The non-director's cut and then the director's cut. Because, you know, the Tales of Destiny remake, it did get a translation patch. Or rather, it does have a translation patch. It's decent, and it's just going under final verifications, but, you know, that's a community project, and, well, it's... How do you do a director's cut of a video game? Well, you just add things that weren't originally in the game. Kind of like how they did it to Death Stranding, because there's a director's cut for Death Stranding for whatever reason, and I'm still kind of sad that they removed the monster energy drinks from it, because, like, you know, it's memes, you know, just for the memes. But I understand that they couldn't really just keep it in there because basically the advertising contract technically ran out, so they couldn't actually like keep it in the game as much as they would probably like to. Not to mention it's free advertisement. Why would you want to remove that free well, it probably wasn't free for them, for the people advertising it, using their game to advertise it, but still, they probably could have kept it in the game. But then again, I don't know the contractual details that Monster made with Kojima's studio. So it was probably only supposed to be there for a set amount of time. Because I think they even removed the monsters. Yeah, the monsters from like the original game. The non-director's cut version of the game. So it's like, it was only supposed to be there for not very long then. But it was a nice addition. Something in reality in the video game, even though it's still a video game. You know, funny thing is, I could actually probably play Death Stranding on stream as just like a kind of like a just chatting stream. Because it's Monster. Did you set it to Wumbo? Noir, did you set it to Wumbo? Actually, I don't even know what they replaced it. Did they actually only switched it over to a W? Did they? Because I have no idea. It's been a long time since I've actually started up Death Stranding. I still haven't actually finished the game. For obvious reasons. For very obvious reasons, because it's like, actually, wait, it's only like $10 for the director's cut. It's first grade, Legacy. What do you mean it's first grade? What do you mean it's first grade? I don't understand what you mean by first grade by that. Alright, high frame rate, photo mode, ultra wide support, and well, crossover content from Half-Life. I've never played Death Stranding. I know it's definitely not a game for everyone, but it kind of fits me as the whole traveling merchant motif. You know, that kind of thing. Even though Norman Reedus is just a delivery man. He's not actually selling anything. He's just a delivery man. But, you know, merchants can be technically deliverers too. They deliver product from the products they trade or purchased and then sell it elsewhere or trade it elsewhere. And then you can see me like fall down cliffs and all that stuff and then lose all of my stuff. And then get burnt by acid rain. But that's Death Stranding in a nutshell. That's literally walking simulator of the game. Even though I did have like some fond memories of just going to like enemy camps and then choking them out with the wire. Yes, because that's a thing. You can choke out enemies with a wire. There were human enemies in the actual game after all. There were human enemies. Sounds like it's time to stream Death Stranding? Not yet. I don't want to stream Death Stranding yet, not until at least I get my model. Once I get my model. Once I do. Makes me sad. It really makes me sad. But, you know, eventually we'll get there. Besides, we're gonna be getting after them during this week. What day are we on today? Today we're on Monday. Well, technically so. Let's see. The time I actually said that to like everyone in the collab space. Hang on, because I know that they said. I know I said that would be at least a week before I go after them again. Let's see. I know I said it. It should be like the only thing. Yes, I'll give them another week, is what I said on the 9th, which was Thursday. So it would be the 16th is when I would get after them about it. Considering that their current status is currently ill, I don't think they're going to be presenting a product. Even though they did promise the 9th and the 10th. Or at least around the 9th and the 10th. If you actually do. And you know, that's if I get a response. And God, I don't like talking about that on stream. I really, really don't. And because it feels like I just complain about it a little bit too much on stream. In my opinion. In my actual opinion, I think I do complain about that on stream a bit too much. Alright, you'll stop? It's okay. No, you don't. I mean, I feel like I've at least brought it up during like my just chatting segments at least once a stream. At least once a stream. Maybe at least twice. I think that's too much already. But you know, I get it. All of my friends are even concerned, and even a certain other friend has told me that rigging shouldn't even take that long in the first place. But then again, they've worked with more reputable live 2D riggers, to which we will not name them, because I feel like I know exactly what they're gonna tell me, especially after they reviewed the PSD. That's not supposed to take 8 months. Wait, anyway. But yeah, how many of you actually know a lot about the series of the Tales of series, which is, like, you know, by Namco Bandai, some of it by Tri-Ace. I think before it was like, I think it was like Tri-Ace before, when it was like first Tales of Fantasia. You know it, Noir? Glad I'm not the only one that there is one thing for sure, like, a lot of my friends grew up with like Tales of Destiny, and for me, when I first started out, I actually, like, my father had like the actual Japanese console, so I actually started off with like Tales of Fantasia in Japanese, even though I couldn't really understand it as a kid, but I still figured it out anyway. I still managed to figure out everything anyway, so it's like, I know what I'm doing here. I know what I'm doing, even though I couldn't exactly read it when I was a kid, but I slowly learned, and, you know, that some things led to another, and well, now I'm more fluent in Japanese, and I even use it for business. A lot of business. To the point that I've actually even, I think I've only played through Xillia and Xillia 2. You know, I really wish that they put those on PC, because I think those two games would be perfect on PC. Same with Tales of Graces F, which is the director's cut of Tales of Graces, which was originally on the Wii. Yeah, oh god. Other things, I wish, like, the actual Tales of Destiny 2, the Japanese version, not Eternia, reached stateside as well. But past a certain point, I don't understand why. Yeah, I don't understand why they didn't. But somewhere down the line, Namco Bandai, at least when it came down to the Tales of series, they did not want to release any kind of like 2D Tales of game, and that's why you only see like mainly the 3D Tales of games come over stateside, because they didn't believe that they would do good. Mostly because of the sales of, like, I think Tales of Destiny. Yeah, I think they were comparing the sales of Tales of Destiny and Eternia to Symphonia, which I know a lot of people know about Symphonia, especially since that's like one of the first games, not really one of the first games on the Nintendo GameCube, but it was the one Tales of game that most people remember the most, and even I remember it the most, to the point that I'm actually sick of it. Along with the several remasters of the same game, which is not really a remaster. But then Legendia exists 2D. Well, when I say 2D, I mean like the actual sprite-based Tales of games. Like the actual sprite-based Tales of games. Speaking of, Legendia was actually really, really good. I wish they voiced over the second half of the game, which was actually not... It wasn't optional content, but for some reason, because it wasn't fully voice acted, everyone treated it as if it was side content, and even though it's not, even though it was very much not side content, there was still a lot of the game to go through, but a lot of people just stopped playing the game after, you know, we rescued the sister. Everyone, for some reason, treated that as the actual final boss. Well, not everyone, but most people did. And there's one thing that I actually really liked about Legendia, was actually the actual soundtrack of the game by Goshina. And I really wish they used them more for, like, their future games. Because we all know it's, like, mainly Motoi Sakuraba. for a majority of the Tales of games. However, I actually, hang on. Has it been Motoi Sakuraba in Tales of Arise? And Visaria even? You know, I don't even know or remember at that point. I don't want to really look it up right now, even though I kind of am right now. You know, actually, you know, I might as well just look it up. Okay. Main composer for Tales of Arise. I'm pretty sure. No, it is Motoi. No, wait, no. Hang on. Okay. Mothership titles. So he worked on, well, Fantasia, Vesper, all the way up. Yeah, he's worked on every game except for Legendia and Arise. Yeah, he's worked on every single Tales of game except for Legendia and Arise. Oh, and apparently Tales of Innocence, which I kind of forgot that game existed. For some reason, I forgot that game existed. Even though it did get like a translation patch, even though Innocence didn't actually arrive stateside, that was also a fan translation, which is unfortunate because it was like that was like the DS game, wasn't it? Yeah, it was DS and PlayStation Vita. Well, PlayStation Vita is very unfortunate. That is a very unfortunate thing. I wish my Vita didn't die. I really wish it didn't. Or at least I wish my memory card didn't absolutely destroy itself because I had like a lot of saves there. Wait, there's English Innocence that was sold. Wait, was it? Wait, was there? Are you sure that was Innocence and not Hearts? Because I know Hearts R was on Vita and that sold. Yeah, as far as I know, Tales of Innocence never actually reached stateside. Like, at all. It was only Hearts, the remake of Hearts on the Vita that actually made it stateside on the Vita, which, well, because it's the Vita, it didn't really sell that well. Because Vita. Yeah, it's one of the more rarer handheld consoles in stateside. Which Sony did really try to push sales for it, but they weren't doing too good with it, especially with the whole everyone started just caring more about smartphones at that point in time. Yeah, at that point in time, everyone was more caring about smartphones, and they weren't gonna just buy some random handheld from Sony, especially when everyone likes the DS and the 3DS more than, well, the Vita. Also, why can't Vamco keep a Tales game on mobile? Well, I mean, I think there is a Tales game on mobile. However, it is a mobile game. It is very much a mobile gun. Questoria shut down, Luminaire shutting down. Oh wait, they're both shutting down? Okay, so should I know, because I don't really pay attention to the actual Tales of mobile games at all. And Link shut down. Well, to me, a lot of times I view mobile games as just a cash grab for the most part. That's kind of why I don't like most mobile games. Tales of Link was good. I never actually played Tales of Link, so I couldn't really comment on that. I really couldn't. I don't think I've actually played any of the actual Tales of games on mobile. I don't think I have any of them. Yeah. Yeah, I usually view them as all cash grabs, so I didn't really pay attention to them. Questoria had a legit good story. Is that so? Is that so? You know, other Tales of games that I kind of wish like actually came out stateside was like the Narikiri dungeon games. Like, actually, didn't one of the Radiant Mythology games actually come out? No, wait, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. It actually didn't. None of the actual Radiant Mythology games actually came out stateside. All they had to do was not make it a mobile game. Yeah, that's actually kind of painful. That actually is kind of really painful. Can't be helped though. It can't be helped. But it's what it is. Tales of the World Radiant Mythology came out. Wait, did it? Wait, wasn't that the first one though? Let me check. Oh, what the heck, it did. Huh? Wait, when did that happen? When did that happen? How did I miss the... Oh, it was PSP? Okay, maybe that's why I didn't really see it. Maybe that's why I didn't really see it. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I would have known about that, but maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I'm just dumb. There's probably a lot of PSP games that I missed because, well, I did have a PSP and I did play like the original God Eaters on the PSP. I did miss a lot of other games that was actually on the normal PSP, especially once I got Grand Knight's History, and that was a Japanese. That was another Japanese title. I got Tales of Versus 2. I was really sad that it wasn't stateside because it was like it was basically Tales. It was basically Smash Bros. What's a Tales of fighter. Yeah. And I even tried to make it work with like friends, and we unfortunately couldn't really get it to work. We even had like that weird little Wi-Fi dongle that we even tried to use to like do online multiplayer for Monster Hunter on PSP, which for the most part worked. It didn't work very well. It didn't work very well. Oh god, the actual loops that we had to actually dive through to actually play through that was a thing. That was really a thing, and that was oh god, me and my friends actually put in a lot of effort to even do that. We put in so much effort to even play Monster Hunter together on PSP. It was kind of painful. It was actually kind of painful. And this was like, what, before there was Monster Hunter Frontier on PC, and that was like the actual the first online Monster Hunter game on PC. And that was only through Japan and Korea. That was only through Japan and Korea. And it actually had a subscription service, and I actually paid for everyone. I paid for everyone so we can all play Monster Hunter together on PC, and god, the controls, well, the PC controls were basically not good. Man, imagine having to put every single attack on the numpad because you didn't have a controller for the PC at the time. I am not smart. I am not smart, chat. Oh god. Oh god. That was a different era. That really was a different era. And now we actually have Monster Hunter games that we can actually play on PC with other people without going through that kind of pain. Without going through that kind of pain ever again. And thank God for that, really. Even though I didn't like Monster Hunter World Iceborne. World was okay. And then Iceborne came with its clutch claw mechanic, and god, I really didn't like the clutch claw mechanic. I really didn't. I really didn't. And you were pretty much forced to use it if you actually wanted the progress, even if... Listen, I just wanted to swing weapon and hit monster. That's all I wanted to do. That's all I really wanted to do. Because, I played the first Monster Hunter a long time ago, and... I started with Greatsword, and that was probably the most relatively harder things for me to learn when you're starting out, because that's a lot of timing, and I failed at timing things a lot. A lot. You have no idea how much I died with Greatsword back then. Meanwhile, another friend is a master class at Greatsword, especially old style Greatsword. To the point there, it's literally Kajito's videos where it's like, gotcha, bitch! Because those videos are actually really good, and it shows like the actual extent of the power that Greatsword really had. where you could actually do massive amounts of damage and stun the monster. Stopping them in their tracks. Because that's what Greatsword can do. That is what Greatsword can do. It's like great. It's great to see it. It's great to watch. It's great to watch it happen. It's like, why can't I be this good? Because I'm not. I'm not that good. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should try. Well, actually, no. Worlds, both World and Rise's versions of Greatsword is like the newer Greatsword where there's like a true what was it called? Like a true Greatsword slash. Yeah, it's just like, I don't want a true Greatsword slash. A true Greatsword slash should be me putting the sword on my back, holding it until charge level 3, and then just slamming it down once without doing any kind of like fancy spins or anything like that. That's what I consider the true Greatsword slash. But they changed that because people like using the Greatsword to spin for no reason. Well, probably there's a reason for that, but it's not my kind of style. That's definitely not my kind of style. I would rather have like one full swing, like one full gut swing, and that's it. That's all I want to see. Anyway, I think I've talked everyone's ears off right now. So, like I said before, I do want to play kind of as a one-off for now. Yeah, kind of as a one-off for now. Actually, do they even have that on this? Well, they kind of do. No Beyblade. I don't really like doing Beyblade on Greatsword. I really don't. And actually, isn't Beyblade basically hammer? Because you can spin with the hammer. And you can spin a lot with the hammer. Actually, no, that's not true. There's also dual blades too. There's also dual blades too, which I kind of forget most of the time exist, even though dual blades are kind of cool. They're just kind of cool. They're not my favorite weapon. I'm mostly, if I had to do like one of the smaller weapons, it would just be like Sword and Shield, since that was like the second weapon that I started with other than Greatsword. And I played Sword and Shield a lot back in Monster Hunter Frontier on PC. Because I had the poison axe for no reason. I just wanted to like poison the enemies. Because screw everything back then. Really, screw everything back then. I just wanted to like, go in, get out, use items. So back then we didn't even use a lot of traps, even though we should have used a lot of traps. That's what it is, though. But also back then, Rathalos was a joke. Like, legitimately actually a joke, especially if you just come in with a team of hammers. Because Rathalos did not have many moves other than fly and then shoot fireballs at you. They didn't run very much. Honestly, I played very little Monster Hunter. I played Monster Hunter so much as a kid. I really did. Because, like, ooh, you get to fight giant monsters. Oh, I die really easy. This is actually a challenge. And then the gears in my head turn as a kid because I'm actually being challenged by something for once. That's kind of sad, actually. A lot of games back then were not very challenging. Back then. At least in my opinion, it wasn't challenging. At least in my opinion. And that was like, what? One of the first few challenging games that I've had in like the longest time. And I played a lot of games as a kid, but yeah. But anyway, yeah, I actually do want to I should actually activate my controller. Like I said, I do want to play the director's cut of Tales of Destiny as a one-off for right now. Yeah, just as a one-off. I played with a friend once as co-op, and that was fun. I used like a heavy weapon or something that could stun. Probably Greatsword is probably what you used, or you used Gun Lance or Hammer. It was probably at least one of those two. There was also Hunting Horn, which could also stun, but was also buffing your entire team too. And a lot of people think that Hunting Horn wasn't a good weapon, but it was pretty much as good as Hammer, except you could buff everyone. That's probably as good as any weapon in there. Like, all the weapons in Monster Hunter are viable. It just takes a bit. Yeah, hammers are like a great choice. Hammers really are a great choice in my opinion. But yes. Yes, actually yes. Mhm. But yes. Sorry, I'm kind of at a loss for words for the most part because yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and play a one-off, right? We're gonna go ahead and play a one-off. Provided that it actually plays. Yeah, I think it is actually playing. There it is. Now, is my controller actually gonna be... First, change over stream info. I just like hitting heavy things with timings in games. It is, especially in Monster Hunter, it is the most satisfying thing to ever do. Especially when the monster actually gets stunned or gets stopped dead in their tracks when you hit them in the middle of an attack. And it's like, it's super good. It's super good. But that's just me. That's just me. But now, this is Tales of Destiny, the director's cut. For the PlayStation 2. And it does have a translation, so... Not an official one, mind you, but still. I do like watching the opening cutscenes, even though a lot of opening cutscenes in today's Tales of games are very spoilery, which I don't understand that. I really don't. I feel like that's a... They do that in a lot of like Japanese opening trailers, that it basically spoils the entire game. For the most part, in most of their games, like, it's like, why? Why do you guys do this? There's no reason for this. Even though I myself am not affected by spoilers at any point, because, you know, I don't care. Well, I do care, but it doesn't affect me because I can immediately erase it from my mind. Also, I hope the game audio isn't, like, crackly or anything like that, because it's actually been running in the background for quite a bit now. So, hopefully not. Let me know if the audio is funny sounding, though. I love Phoebe. Phoebe's a bean. She really is a bean. I would say she's probably the best character in the game, but that's just me. Good game. Like I said, we're just doing this as a one-off until I, like, at least finish, like, the other story-based games. Because I don't know when I actually want to, like, fully commit to, like, Tales of games on stream. Because those are really heavy story-based games. They really are. They really, really are. Well, you see, you're kind of on a ship that you, stowed away. This is the opening to Rune Factory 4. You know, you're not wrong. Except for the fact that you weren't actually being surrounded by the actual ship's crew. And in Rune Factory 4, you kind of just get hit by something else. By an invader. But yeah, this is basically the opening of Rune Factory 4. It's very similar. It really is. Also, the game isn't too quiet, is it? I hope it's not. Also, I do need to, like, make my own kind of overlays for certain games, because I know this game... Well, I can see it on OBS right now, that it isn't exactly, some of the screen is covered. I played Bowser in Super Smash Bros. I mean, it's satisfying to connect probably with stronger moves. I know, right? Whenever you play, like, heavier characters in, like, any games, especially in like, Super Smash Bros. Melee and anything past that, it feels really, really good. This is kind of why I like really... words. This This kind of like why I like more of the heavier characters in the Smash Bros series, because it just feels right. It also just feels strong. Yeah, I'm not one for like really fast characters or anything like that. I prefer heavy timings. I really do. I really, really do. You can say that I'm like more of a defensive player than offensive because of that. But then again, there's like some of my other friends can use like heavier characters very offensively, and they do it very, very well. I also do have Smash, by the way, but I don't think I'm good enough to play that on stream, and not to mention what the whole thing about doing like community nights with like Smash Bros. The lag can be a different kind of thing. And I know it can because I tried to play ranked at one point, which was a bad idea. You're gonna need a weapon. Of course you are. Of course you are. Now get out of here. One thing for sure, when I first saw this game, when it was actually first coming out, I was amazed that they were actually voting to remake Tales of Destiny, but they did it really, really well. In my opinion, they did it really, really well. Because, well, you know, look, it's a lot better than how it used to look. Well, I can just immediately just show a screenshot of it. Hang on. There's the PS1. And it's just showing me a lot of the remake ones. Oh wait, there it is. I love games for freezing with. And when the game freezes for a few frames when hitting just to show how strong the move is, great. I know, right? It's super, super good when it happens like that. It's super good. It's really, really good. It's like, it's great when you see it too. It's like, yes. You can feel the weight of like every single swing, and it's great for that. It feels so good. Like, it feels so, so good. Right, anyway, anyway, this is like what the game would look like in battle in the old PlayStation 1 version of the game. Let me bring up the image. It's gonna be tiny, by the way, because, well, yes. Because, yes, this is what the game used to look like, technically. For anyone that doesn't know. This is a remake, so it looks a lot better now. A lot better, actually. Mm-hmm. Alright. Push-pull puzzles. Get them out. Get them out. Get them away from me. Why does it exist anyway? Yes, they're dead. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and loot everything in the area. Can I eat the food? Can I eat the food? No, I can't. Not... Wait. Get it. I think I was able to eat the food. Yes, I did a test, like, yesterday. And I'm just going to save over the test because, yes, I can. Alright, give me all your stuff. Like that. You have anything over here? Good. Right. Down the stairs we go, right? But yeah, I think you said that the audio was okay, so that's a good sign. Can't eat the food. I think I can eat the food if I actually had, like, damage to my health, which I don't exactly have damage to my health right now. Because no weapon can't fight. This is the part of the game that you don't actually... that you don't actually get any kind of, like, enemy encounters just yet. Because you don't have the weapon yet. You don't have good old Dimlos. But you'll find out what that is soon. You'll find out what that is very, very soon. You know, that guy right over there. Which you can actually see. Even though... It's kind of funny that they don't actually try to reach out to you while you're in this room because... Story. story reasons. Very much story reasons. Surrounded by dogs. You better take some damage soon so you can eat. I know, right? I know, right? You know, it's a good thing that I also, like, ate before actually starting the stream, too. I ate, like, a nice little, probably not the most healthiest, but I did eat, like, a Philly cheesesteak before starting. Well, good, but it's, like, still way too messy for me. Things like that are way, way too messy. Ah, yes. I also remember this actually has full voice acting for its, well, not really full voice acting, but still. Oh, yeah. For anyone that doesn't know, the voice actor for Stan right now, this is not his original voice actor. His original voice actor was a lot more louder, and they had war. They basically screamed their war cries. I wish they didn't pass away. The original voice actor for Stan actually passed away a long time ago. But it's what it is. It's what it is. I don't remember what they passed away from, but yeah. Still sad though. No more of those wild war cries anymore. Come closer. You know, that sword that you saw in the corner over there, but you couldn't actually see from before? Not to mention, I really love, like, a lot of scene recreations in the remake. It's actually really, really good. It really does the original game justice, though. It really does. Yes, this is a fan translation. This is one of the games that did not make it stateside, unfortunately. Even though I think it probably would have done well stateside, but at this time, like, by then, Namco Bandai and the Tales of Studio didn't think any of the 2D sprite Tales of games would actually make it stateside because they thought Americans were so obsessed with 3D graphics at the time. Even though it was not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true. If the game is good, they'll play it regardless if it's like sprite or 3D. But you know, during this time they had like the Hollywood mentality. They had the Hollywood mentality where they think realism was the only thing that could make it. I think part of that is because how Final Fantasy VII did so well on the PlayStation 1, even though it didn't have much for 3D graphics at the time. And not to mention that Square Enix, so. It's combat time. There we go. Oh wait, ads. There's ads. It's a good thing I can actually pause the game too. It's a good thing I can actually pause the game. Oh wait, you're subbed there. Actually, you're already subbed. Well, there's ads right now, so it's just gonna be like a couple minutes right now. That's like about a minute and a half until we can actually start up again. But God, I wish we can only run like. Well, actually, this is about right. This has been like an hour since we started streaming, so this is about the time that ads would start running. But it's what it is, though. It's what it is. You know, I could probably like make this a little bit smaller. Wait, that's not the screen. That's not the screen. Okay, this should be the screen though. I can make this smaller, but then there's only. Yeah, you got randomly gifted a sub. I think Noir actually gifted you that sub a good while ago. Once again, thanks Noir for gifting so many subs to like the community. So it's you really don't have to do that, but it's always appreciated regardless. It really is. It really is. All right. Ads should be over very, very soon. So, but yeah. All right, we should be good to go for that one now. All right. It's weird, but it feels familiar. But you know, this line just feels odd in a way because there's no at no point should Stan really feel like familiar with Dimlos in any way. But I think that's because the nature of the whole thing, the nature of the swords in general, which will be revealed later on in the game. Right, anyway. What do I have right now? No, we don't want to suspend. Ah, there we go. I don't know if it can do hard right now. You know what, we'll just go with hard and see how it goes. I kind of feel bad about getting the subs since I don't watch you that much. Not, you don't feel bad about that. A lot of times the subs are given out at random. Especially for those that just watch. Like, it doesn't really matter how long you've watched. Like, a lot of people just sub people to sub regardless. Like, a lot of times, a lot of people that I end up watching, even though I don't feel like I watch them that much, I get like random subs for people for them too. It's like, it's just what it is. It is just what it is, though. Don't feel bad about that. Really don't. And you'll never realize this is actually routine. That sword doesn't belong to you. Well, it does now. There's a lot of monsters, and now it'd leave him defenseless if he took that sword away from him. I forgot her name. I don't remember what her name was, but I also like the Axe character. Oh yeah, the entire crew is actually dead in this one. Before, in the original game, I think there was at least 1 or 2 crewmates that were still alive in the original one, but they were still going to crash land. First I want to do some combat so I can get a lot of the skills back. I'll go up here. Ah. There we go. I keep forgetting circles the attack. He really does. I'm actually really used to the combat because I have played this kind of system before. Except for the fact that I'm still getting my butt kicked. I'm already half HP. That's not good, and this is hard mode right now. Oh wait, that's not where I want to go. I actually don't think there's anything in this room. Yeah, there's nothing in this room. Yeah, Stan is like one of those characters that actually look like a hero for... I don't want to use arts yet. I want the better skills. Please give me all the better skills. Actually, I think I can eat the curry now. Especially since everyone's dead here. Especially since everyone's dead here now. Can I eat it? Can I eat it? Can I eat it? I can't eat it. You used to be able to eat this in the other... Wait, actually, hang on. Nope, it's right here. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. There we go. Wait, that means there's something here. I missed this from the other... I actually missed this. I missed this when I was doing like a test of it last night. Wait, hang on. Yes, I understand the system. There we go. You can't touch me. I know how to play this game. I think. I don't need any of this. I don't need any of these tutorials. Even though this entire segment of this game is for the tutorial. Anyway, I need something that's over here. I think. Right? Nothing. Nothing. Oh, please stop. Wait, why did it stop? There we go. My only issue is that my controller sometimes disconnects just a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright, where's the lavender? The lavender is in here somewhere. Or maybe it's not. No, there's just dead monsters here. Okay. I'll probably tell you this right now. Because it's hard, because it's actually on hard mode, there's a chance that I'm probably going to screw up a lot. And when I say a lot, I am going to screw up a lot. Because at some points of the game, I just stop grinding for whatever reason. Because I am dumb. I forget the brake system is there. Wait, I need to get in this room. There's a lavender in here, right? Last I remember, there's a lavender in here. No, just a rough lens. Okay, that's not it. I know there's a lavender somewhere. Somewhere. Oh, you're blocking. I don't need to be between these. I respect not grinding. Honestly, right now, I'm just trying to get used to the combat system again. Even though I played it, what, last night? That's lens. That's lens. That's not what I want. I know I saw lavender somewhere. I just can't remember where I found it. But I'm going to need to heal. Please give me your curry. Thank you. I screwed that up so much. Not even close. Wait. Did I already see, like, lavender over here? No, I didn't. Okay. I know I saw it somewhere. I know I saw a lavender somewhere. Oh, wait. I know where it is. I know where it is. It's right here. Ah. Ugh, I hate this thing. Oh wait, that was a blast guard. I almost forgot those were a thing. Right, it's right here. There we go. Now I can leave. Now we can leave. Because I'm just gonna, what, use it right here? Even though I shouldn't even use it on them. Yes, there's a couple hidden items like that. Ow. Often fall for the temptation of grinding. It's just so comfortable to feel prepared, but winning without being prepared is fun in a different way too. It really is, because then you actually have to think. And you have to think a lot. Especially when you're, especially when you're, like, far behind in levels, and you're kind of stuck where you are, so you either have soft blocked yourself, or you figure out some way to actually beat it. Wait, that broke. Ah. There we go. We gotta move. But I kind of want health sword right now. Actually, what is the status? Wait, there's a resist? I'm weak to water. Weak to water. Oh yeah, there's titles. Oh wait, I only need 24 XP. Okay, hang on. I really want to get Hellfire Sword. Perfect. Happens all the time when I play Fire Emblem, when there are repeatable battles. I know, and Fire, you get You definitely get that a lot in Fire Emblem, especially when they first did it in Awakening. And man, when I, I forgot what the villager's name was, but I made the villager so strong that you couldn't actually beat the villager at all. I made them so strong because of it. All right, Hell Sword, there we go. I don't think I'm gonna need any healing. Yeah, we'll be fine. We're going to escape now. They didn't have those repeatable battles until Awakening, so it was definitely different. Because back then, all you had was your characters and every single battle in the future. Oh, pain. They had repeatable battles in Sacred Stones, did they? I can't remember, actually. I don't remember too much about Sacred Stones. But if you say it does, then it probably does. So I was like, huh. Yeah, they probably did. I don't remember it. I don't remember Sacred Stones too much compared to... what was it? I know it was the one that actually had Hector as a playable character. It was technically Fire Emblem for the Game Boy Advanced, and they only named it Fire Emblem, even though it was like the 7th game or the 6th, one of the two. Remember, when you're in water, that kind of heavy armor will drown you. Good thing it's actually leather, right? Oh wait, he actually still just drowns. Oh, game's over. Mm-hmm. Yes, evaporate the entire lake in the middle of like the random out of nowhere snow area. That's not going to cause any issues in the future. Hey guys, why did this lake dry up? We don't know, but something exploded here. Spain. Oh, we've already seen this. We've already seen this. Tower of Valny has a lot of monsters you cannot fight. Often you grind your training units there. Training units are units a class behind the normally promoted ones. Yeah. A lot of units that Fire Emblem gives you are basically trainee units, and then they give you just this one big paladin guy. They always give you like that one upgraded paladin unit as one of your starters. And a lot of people don't realize that you shouldn't use that unit to kill enemies, and then they lose out on a lot of XP, and it's pain. Oh look, it's Lilith. That character's name is Lilith. Yep. That's because you were going to drown. Speaking of like feelings of drowning, like the first time I've actually ever had that feeling. Also, hello Katsuham. Welcome to the stream. We are I'm bored and I couldn't lay there any longer, so now I'm awake and I'm playing this as a one-off just for now. Just for today. Because I really actually wanted to play the director's cut of Tales of Destiny 1. I really wanted to. But an actual translation that everyone can understand, because otherwise because if it was Japanese, I would be able to understand it. All my viewers would not be able to understand it. Sorry, I wrote that wrong. Training units are basic class 0, while most units are class 1 like Cavaliers, Archers, and class 2 are Paladins and Generals. So okay. Hello, sweets. Very interesting scene. Yes. Yes, I'm still in prison. But yeah. Speaking of drowning, like back then, the only time I've actually felt like I was going to drown was like when I was like taking a swimming class as a kid, because that's what my dad wanted me to do. But it's like, it's not like I couldn't swim or anything like that. I could swim very well. Well, not competition well, but well enough that I know you don't swim against the current. You swim with the current, even though it's still just a pool. By the way, one of these swimming lessons, like they wanted to test how deep you could go underwater, and they would actually pull you down, in which a lot of kids actually panic during that. A lot. That's probably like the only time I felt like I was going to drown, is because they pulled you down all the way to the bottom so you can swim all the way back up. And I was like, I didn't take my deep breath, but later down the line, I kind of learned that I last underwater a lot better if I didn't take a deep breath. Funny as that sounds, because when I learned that, I was like, if I took a deep breath, I feel like there's a lot of pressure in my chest, and it feels like I don't last that long underwater. Meanwhile, if I don't take a breath and then dive, I last a lot longer than like a lot of my other friends do. Yeah, it's weird. Like, if I take a breath, that's when there's an issue for me. When I don't have a breath, that's when I don't have an issue. Because I know not to like breathe in, because I know that's just going to be water in my lungs and my mouth and my throat and my nose. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know how I learned that. Yeah, when you take a deep breath, you also float more too, and that's really just the just the thing. It's just, for me, it's like, I have pressure right here, and it doesn't feel good at all. It's like, I don't feel like I'm going to last underwater. But when I don't take a breath, I can swim freely, and I don't feel as restricted. Which is weird, because most people would most likely actually drown because of that. And technically, you actually are depriving your brain of oxygen, so that's not a good technique to learn. It really isn't. That really isn't. Mr. Sword, please. He was having a nice dream. Welcome. And you landed in the pond. And you almost drowned, sir. And now you're in a house. Just a random house that they didn't steal your stuff. It looks kind of ancient. Yes, the sword talks. You remember this, right? That's rude. Please don't throw your sentient weapons around. They will find that rude too. Even though they probably can't feel a thing. I forgot he reacts this way, even though he heard the voice before. Even though he heard the voice before. Normal swords aren't alive.
うろたえるな。我はソーディアンだ。
ソーディアン
Swordian.
今を去ること1000年前に作られた人格を宿す剣。それが我だ。
Yeah, the voices in Tales of Destiny, the director's cut, are pretty good. They really are good, especially when you get to scenes like these.
へえ
I do kind of wonder how it would be in a proper translation with a proper dub. But at this point in time, it's going to be like a long time. Maybe normal swords are alive and just cannot talk. Also, who is this cat guarding your prison? Ah, you see, that's the cat that is in front of the cell. That is Catvert. They are the prison guard here.
わかったか
I wouldn't worry about them too much. Also,
いつまで床に放り出しておく気だ
don't pay too much. Wait, that's the wrong zoom. That's the wrong zoom. There we go. This is the right zoom. I am dumb. I pressed the wrong button. That's fine. That's fine.
あうん
Yes, they are the strongest guardsmen, so they will punt everyone.
ったく
Also, do not make fun of their ears.
お前は落ち着きに
Just
欠
don't.
ける嫌いがあるな
Just don't. They'll probably punt you and then punt me. As you are aware, they are a very, very normal cat. They are a very normal cat.
マスターとなったのなら
Oh, geez, I got a Gregory. I see.
マスターって
お前は我と契約した
You
ではない
forged a pact with me. Yes, you did. Mostly just so you can stay alive.
湖の底で起こったことを覚えていないのか
They cute though. I give head pats. Yes, head pat catbird. They do love their head pats because they are a cat.
俺にずっと話しか
And
け
then
て
they
いた
might
のは
scratch you for doing it too much. So you were the voice that I kept hearing. Yes, they
確か
are.
に俺はディムロス
You know, perhaps you shouldn't talk to yourself with a sword in the middle of someone else's house. Surely someone else lives here, right?
そうだそれが我の
Surely.
名だ
Surely.
あの時お前が我の名を呼んだことで我らの間に契
Oh
約
god.
が結ば
Oh
れた
god. Ah, okay.
今やお前は我のマスターソーディアンマスターだ
They still love them nonetheless. They are a cute cat. Oh, they'll probably murder me. Yes, with their copious amounts of money. Hey, you know, we get it. You get paid very well by the prison. We get it. You don't have to throw your bags of money at me, all right?
マスター
All right? You don't have to show off. You don't have to show off at all. Sheesh.
気がついたようだ
Sheesh.
あなたは
Ah, yes.
ウッドローだ
Woodrow. Dang, even as royalty, I'm jealous. You know, the funny thing about this guy's name was... I think they first introduced him as Gar in the original PlayStation 1 game, in the original PlayStation 1 translation. I think they introduced him as Gar. Garr. In the PlayStation 1 game for the English translation. For whatever reason, instead of just Woodrow. I don't know why either, but that's just the caveats of like past translations. It's just weird.
大丈夫そうだな
There was a lot of weird decisions back then when it came to translating games. There was so many. If anyone remembers the the Game Boy Advance Tales of Fantasia when they finally brought that over officially, when they named Ragnarok Kangaroo. Actually, I don't think it was Game Boy Advance. I think it was actually Game Boy Color. Actually, let me look that up real quick. I don't want to be wrong about that one. Hang on. Tales of Fantasia. Fantasia. Oh no, it was Game Boy Advance. It was Game Boy Advance. Okay. I'm not going crazy. It was Game Boy Advanced. And apparently PSP. Yeah, apparently PSP. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason they translated Ragnarok to Kangaroo. if anyone actually remembers that. You know, it's all over YouTube. I could probably pull that up right now, actually. It's like, why? Why did they do this? Okay, hang on. Hang. I can pull this up right now. Yes. Literally this. Let me save this image. Like, for God knows why. I don't know why they did it. How they even got to that point. But the translation for Tales of Fantasia was actually terrible. Rambert. It is known to us as Kangaroo. It's supposed to be Ragnarok. It's supposed to be Ragnarok. How did the translation team do this? I don't understand. Even when you look at the actual script, it literally says Ragnarok. Like, actually. Ragnarok. Like, there were so many strange decisions back then for translation. There really were. To the point that it still kind of, like, irks me to this day. It really still irks me to this day. It is funny. It's not as funny as All Your Base, though, which, didn't they actually release Zero Wing on Steam, except they fixed the translation for it? There has to be a subreddit for it. There probably is. There probably is. Stan is quick to give out his name instead of giving out a fake one to random strangers. But that's the cons of being a country bumpkin, because that's what he is. Despite the clothes he's wearing. Which, he has an exposed belly. But I guess that's like their style in this game. Because even Woodrow has no stomach guard. But then I had to bail out. Yes, you did. Man will literally reveal all the secrets. Even though swords aren't supposed to be normally talking. The Chambers of Secrets. And Stan is literally just revealing absolutely everything. You appear to be deranged. And that would be correct. Good thing Woodrow does not have his own swordian, am I right? Right? Right. Nobody ever gets stabbed in the belly. This is true. Is something wrong? Woodrow is such a... Woodrow. Even though I played this game before, and honestly, I probably shouldn't even mention so much about it. Old man! The old man! I forget his name. I actually forget his name. Ah, right. They were named Alba. Ah. Gonna prep for bed now. Alright, no problem. Prep for bed and have a good night. It's good having you It's good having you for the first time here. Yep. Because I don't go live very often, and it's usually, at least what it seems, I usually stream in the morning for whatever reason. At least it would be considered my morning, my afternoon, and all that stuff. Because that's just, that's kind of how I am. Time to change that maybe eventually. But you know, I have work in the middle of the days and all that stuff, and then a lot of times I don't stream in what's considered my evening. Wait, what time is it for you right now? Right now for me, it's 2 p.m. Right now, it's probably pretty late for you right now. Like, usually if I were to stream in the evening, it would probably be like very, very early morning for you. Oh, it's barely 5 a.m. for you. Oh, I see, I see. Okay, that's a lot later than I thought it would be.
はい。
But then again, I get like a lot of people from around the world. So yeah, take care. Definitely take care, Katsu. Thank you for coming by and catching the stream. Have a time lurking, getting prepared for bed. Okay, 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 okay. He's on auto. Okay, he's fine. I don't need a... He's level 9, though. That probably means I should be level 9, but I'm not level 9. I don't know how to feel about that. She is likely out back. I'll leave her to you. Okay. Can I steal something from your house? Because I probably can steal something from your house. There's got to be something in your house that I can take. Look, a canvas. Looks like the canvas hasn't seen use in a long time. Now it's just decorative. Can I... There's a splendid vanity here. There is a splendid vanity here. A vanity. Vanity, y'all are lovely. Thank you, thank you. You too. However, there are hardly any cosmetics. I guess vanity is what they call a mirror here. Or at least in this translation. Okay, so this is probably right here. That's probably what they want me to go.
うわー、雪が降ってる。
雪が珍しいのかね。スタン君はどこの出身なのかな。
フィッツガルドのリーネって村です。
なるほど。あの地は気候が温暖と聞く。雪が珍しく見えるのも無理はない。
Right, I also forgot the style of art. They have very, very thin stomachs. Like, extremely thin stomachs. Select the skit to watch. Oh wait, there's a skit to watch?
この辺りには凶暴なモンスターも多い。
Oh, let's go done.
剣には自信あるんですよ。任せてください。
Alright.
我がマスターになったからといって
Because you just become my master.
お前偉そうだな。
本格的な戦いに入る前にソーディアンの使い方を教えておく。
そんなの聞かなくてもわかるって。切ったりついたりするだけだろ。
Listen, Stan has the right idea. You just have to stab and slice. You are a sword after all. You can stab and slice.
普通の剣ならそれで終わりだが、ソーディアンはそうではない。まず、小術を使う。
Meanwhile, Woodrow is literally just standing there, wondering why Stan is talking to himself. Oh, look, fireball!
詠唱時間を必要とするが、特に強力なものが多い。
They are more often powerful than physical arts. My butt they are.
それと、ソーディアンの性能はソーディアンデバイスで変更可能だ。
Oh, right, there is this system in this game.
これは実際にやってみるのが早いだ。
Please, let's... Can I skip? Can I skip? Can I skip? Can I skip? Okay, fine. I won't skip. You're making me... well, I'm gonna do this and this. I mean, I could use accuracy, but, actually, crit. Crit sounds good.
小術もソーディアンデバイスも我を使いこなすことで幅が広がっていく。いろいろと試してみるがいい。
わかった。
Woodrow is just standing here judging this man. That is just talking to no one. Absolutely talking to no one. He is slowly, silently judging this man.
それを自覚し精進せねばならんぞ。
Wait, am I being yelled at? Okay, no one's yelling at me in the collab Discord.
お前口
Because technically I've only had maybe 2 hours to sleep. Maybe 2 hours. Yes, that means people would probably tell me to go to heck to sleep, but I can't sleep anymore. I am actually fully awake, so... Like, legitimately, actually am fully awake. Alright, anyway. Shortcuts. Fireball and L2. I wish there was a manual setting because I don't like running forward.
アルバ先生のお孫さんってどこにいるんですか？
さて、どこだろうな。
Conduct this wide and thorough search.
とりあえず裏山を進んだ先にある大きな欅の生えた場所を目指そう。
Ah,
寒い。寒すぎる。
perhaps wear more clothes.
フィッツガルドで育ったスタン君にはファンダリアの気候は厳しいかな。
ウッドローさん、よくケロッとしてられますね。
この国で暮らせば自然と寒さに強くなる。
Today even feels warm.
信じられない。
Yep. Everybody here has an hourglass figure. Yeah, they do. This style of artist for a lot of games from Tales of Destiny and even Tales of Eternia, this particular artist has a style where the bodies are always hourglass shaped for whatever reason. But that's just their style. Oh, there's actually so many skits to go through. 20 years now.
20年ですか。そんなに一緒なら、ほとんど家族みたいなものですね。
私が先生から教わったことは限りない。
Just need to stretch a little bit. We're good. Oh my god, there's so many. Oh wait, this is just the... Okay, that one's the repeat one. Okay. For some reason, I feel like you can accidentally skip over skits in this one. Oh, why is there... That's a toilet room. Why is there an apple gel in the toilet? Why is there an apple gel in the toilet? Oh my god. Like, why is that in there? Old man? Why do you have an apple gel in the toilet? No, we don't want to rest, but I have questions. I really do have questions. I don't think that's sanitary. It's like trying to find ramen in a toilet. Actually, well, the surface of the well water is slightly frozen. Save. Right, anyway. Oh, right, backwoods. Backwoods. That's the front wood.
ソーディアンの声を聞けるのって選ばれた人間だけってことだろ？
まあそうとも言えるな。
なんかかっこいいな。まるで俺伝説の英雄みたいだ。
うぬぼれるな。お前など実力不足だと言っただろ。我こそは英雄をスタンなり。者ども我に続け。
Stand, please.
お前をマスターにしたことを我は本気で後悔し始めたぞ。
Stand, please. Why does it gotta be like this? It's this way. There's more skits!
珍しいこともあるものだな。
そうなんですか？
レンズの影響で凶暴化したとはいえ、彼らはもともとは普通の野生動物だ。自分より巨大で強そうな存在に。
I do forget like a lot of Tales of games after Eternia have like a lot of skits. I do forget that a lot of times. But it's still interesting to hear what they say. Oh! Fire! There we go. Also, I forgot Woodrow's actually kind of op. I already did this. I already know this. Actually, I can't wait until I get to single man army mode. Then I can just use stun. Forever and ever, just stun. So I have to change targets, fine. Oh.
行く手を塞ぐのなら容赦はせん。
Woodrow's throwing me off, actually. Then again, there's like a lot more monsters here now too, and this is a straight path. Okay, I actually wasn't expecting her to find her so soon, actually.
あ、誰かいる。
もうダメ。きっと私もう二度と家に帰れないんだわ。
You're almost there. All you had to do was go straight. You had to go straight to the right. Or to your left. Yeah, to her left.
ウッドロー様。こんなところでお会いできるなんて近畿弱役です。
近畿？
Stun, please.
大喜びするの意味だ。
へえ。
The actual country bumpkin debuff. He doesn't know words. He doesn't know words. We all have that one friend, though. We really do. Woodrow's one of those cool Japanese-made English names like Wolfwood. You know, you're right. You're right, actually. It kind of is just that.
その割に泣き声になってたような。
Hmm.
あれは欅さんとお話ししてただけです。それでついもらい泣きを。
Yes, Chelsea, you were talking to a tree, and you were moved to tears from talking to a tree. Oh, we understand.
と話ができるんだ。すごいな。
Can't wait to meet his brother, Wood Column. You're right. Surely they'll be twins, right? Surely. It's okay. All Woodrow is just an older version of Kaya. Just slightly older.
どちら様でしょうか？
スタンエルロンって言います。よろしく。
Man will give out his name to each and every single person now. He will not hide any of his names. Absolutely none.
ゆえあって先生の世話をしていたんだよ。
旧称アルバの孫チェルシーです。敬拝の身ではありますが、お見知りおきを。
I'm sorry, juvenescence? That's a word?
け、
じゃI'm sorry, I didn't even think that was even a word either. I'm as confused as Stan at this point.
身分が低い。
It means he is young and inexperienced. Okay, we get it, Dimlos.
ティムロス、物知りだな。
リム？
ああ、いや、なんでもないんです。
Stan, please stop talking to your sword in public.
チェルシー、先生が探している。私と一緒に帰ろう。
Alright, well, I hope we don't meet a woodchuck because Woodrow and Woodcolm would be dead versus a woodchuck. Bad joke. Actually, bad joke.
無事見つかってよかったですね。
I mean, they can just read the name on top of his text box and they'll know his name anyway. You know, I don't think they have the ability to break the fourth wall, unlike us, who's playing the game right now, and we can always break the fourth wall
大人になったらな。
when you're older.
すぐそうやって子供扱いするんですから。
But you are a child.
仲がいいんですね。まるで兄弟みたいだ。
兄弟なんかじゃありません。ウッドロー様は私の。
早く先生の家に戻ろう。
Woodrow's like, nah.
チェルシーは弓矢の手入れが行き届いているな。さすが先生の孫だ。
本当にすごいや。この矢なんてピカピカに磨かれてる。
これはおまじない用の大切な矢です。これで好きな人の胸をいると両思いになれるんですって。
Chelsea, please.
へえ、叶うといいね。
やめさせた方がいい。
It'd be wise to stop her. Yes. If an arrow pierces the heart, they will die.
どうしたんですか、ウッドローさん。
Don't do that.
急に寒気を感じたような。多分気のせいだろうが。
残念、感づかれたわ。
チェルシー
Chelsea, please.
どうして弓を構えてウッドロー
Chelsea, please.
だからやめさせろと言っている。
That's exactly why I said to stop her.
先生の家に戻ろう。
She's actually thinking about shooting Woodrow in the heart. She's actually thinking of that. There's two bow users now. I don't think I even have to I don't think I even have to do anything now that there's 2 bow users in the party. Stan, I don't think she was actually talking to the tree. I don't think she was actually talking to the tree. That's because Stan is actually dumb. Stan's actually dumb. He's an actual verified blonde, meaning he's actually dumb. As prejudiced as that sounds, he's actually the pinnacle of dumb blonde. Dumb country bumpkin blonde. That is what Stan is. Oh my god. Wait, my clip button doesn't work. That's interesting. Let me fix that. Hang on. That's always supposed to work. Only works when you're live. I am live. Am I not live? I should be. Maybe I just need to restart Steam. The Stream Deck real quick. Give me one moment. Yeah, shame Stan isn't a bow user either, and I think I prefer him not being a bow user, actually. I think I much prefer that he isn't a bow user. Wait, there's a Stream Deck update. Remind me later. Oh, I think I have to actually update that. Okay. Install update. Oh, while it installs, we can still play. I do want to do combat more. Give me more combat. Claw Bear. Cool. Well, we're just torching it. We're just torturing it for no reason at all. I ended prematurely. What? Why did that end prematurely, even? Interesting. Well, I hope it did actually... No, it didn't actually update. What the heck? Install update, please. Yep, installing. Oh, God. Ugh. I really wish my my antivirus didn't tend to block everything. Please stop. Stan isn't dumb because he's blonde. He is dumb because he is a hero. You know? You're right. Wait, it wants me to close OBS? No. No, we can't do that. Do not close the applications. Do not. We can't close it. No close. No close. Okay, now clip works. Doesn't matter. Okay. Wait. No, it doesn't. I need to run this in admin still. I'm sorry. Technical difficulties live on stream. Not that it matters too much, though. Okay. We should be good now. There, it's good now. Back to the game. Alright then. Oh! Oh wait, that actually increases physical attack. I forgot magic does this. There we go. Yeah, I'm dumb. I forgot the actual magic system in this game actually does, like, do other things than just fire magic, like increase physical attack. I almost forgot about this. That's kind of important. That actually is kind of important. Okay. I don't think I can do anything else here. Alright. Excuse all the coughing, by the way. I want to go up here. Ah! There we go. Oh! Stan only has 90 health. I think I'm gonna go to bed now. It's like 10:30 for you. Okay, no problem, no problem, no problem. 22:30. That is actually pretty late for you. But yeah, no problem. Have a good have a good nice. Have a good night. And rest well. Really, Westfa. Rest well so you don't end up like me. With an ear infection in one ear. Even though I don't think that's caused by lack of sleep, though. Yeah, it's not caused by lack of sleep. It's because I was caring for someone that actually had like an ear infection and a sinus infection. But that shouldn't be contagious, so it's probably from something else that I did, which I don't know. I don't know what else I did, so... But... it's fine. Ah! Oh, I'm being healed. Wait, did they actually use items? I hope they didn't use an item on me. Actually, I should probably check strategies. Okay. So, we have moderate... Wait, this doesn't exactly have, Honestly, you should also be very, very ranged attacks. Yep, have a good night, MoneyMet. Thank you for coming by the stream as always, and we'll see you next time. I'll most likely see you guys tomorrow. Yeah. Ah! He's dead. He's dead. He's actually dead. Woodrow, please revive him. Woodrow, could you please revive Stan? Thank you. Oh, mastered one. Or then reduce by 20%. 20%, huh? 20% it says. So I mastered critical. So since I mastered it, that means it's always on, right? I think that means it's always on. So what we'll need is now attack. Okay. Ooh, Sage. You know who needs vitality? Stan does. Stan needs vitality because he's not doing too good. I forgot there's a lot of straight paths in this game for no good reason. All right. But it is like the beginning areas of this game, so that I guess that's normal and fine. I guess that's normal and fine. Level 8. If you strike an enemy's weak point, accuracy increases by 4 times. Blah 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 blah. Crit increases by 4 times. AC. I don't really pay attention to that, so I just swing sword and hope it works. That is how I play every Tales game. I swing weapon and hope it works. Oh my god! Oh my god, they just eviscerated them. You're quite the daredevil to try hard. Yeah, sure. Sure. If you're confident, I won't stop you. I mean, this is not my first rodeo, and Woodrow and Chelsea are literally just carrying me. They are quite literally carrying me. At least give me one more level. Well, not really one more, but still. Wait, what even hit me? I don't even know what hit me. But something off screen hit me. Okay, we did get one more level, so we can go ahead and continue back on. You only wanted to find her to repair your pants? Surely there was more to it than that, right? Yeah, right? Right? Fix the old man's pants. Please. Well, I guess that is their grandpa. Why does everyone only have like one member of their family left? Oh, except for Stan, at least he has a sister left. Spain. Woodrow is true Spain. Guess we'll go inside after we save. The lost kid, Chelsea.
時に小僧、主はこれからどうする気じゃ？
セインガルド王国の首都
Oh.
ダイルシェードへ行こうと思ってます。
I forget why Stan actually wanted to go out into the world in the first place, since it's been a while since I've actually played Tales of Destiny in general. Because out of nowhere, he's just on the Draconis. For no reason. Just to get the Seingold.
なぜダリルシェードへ行きたいのかな。
セインガルドの兵士になりたいんです。
Oh. Oh, okay. It's just so he can get knighted. Even though he's never had any kind of specific training.
兵士。
Hmm?
俺のじっちゃんも昔は兵士だったんです。子供の頃から話を聞かされてて、いつかは俺もって思ってたんで。
Conditioned by his grandpa to go become a knight.
生ぬるい考えで務まるほど甘いものではないぞ。
Eh.
やってみなくちゃわからないだろ。
Everyone's like, huh? Who are you talking to? Stan, why are you crazy? Please stop talking to your sword.
あ、いや、スタン君の士官がうまくいくことを祈っているよ。
ありがとうございます。
セインガルドへ行くなら、ジェノスの町を経由する必要があるな。
ジェノスはファンダリアとセインガルドの国境にあるんですよ。ここからだと南西の方角に当たります。
Southwest, where I was about to head towards anyway.
私がジェノスまで一緒に
Actually, that was southeast, technically.
国元へ帰ろうと思っていた。
Actually, I don't even know how this map is oriented, so that may as well be southwest.
ウッドロー様、もう行ってしまわれるんですか？
書簡が届いたものでね。呼び戻されたとあっては仕方がない。
Example of a parasocial relationship, Chelsea. Towards Woodrow.
本当はもう少し先生の教えを乞いたかったのだが。
Except Woodrow's just playing it off as haha, funny.
いつまでそうやってフラフ
Haha,
ラしておる
funny
気
kid.
じゃ？さっさと覚悟を決めて親父の後を継がんか。
まったく先生にはかないません。
Alva knows what's up though.
準備ができ次第出発しようか、スタン君。
ええ。
チェルシー、先生の言うことをよく聞くんだよ。
ウッドロー様、きっとまたここへお越しくださいね。
Whew. Alright.
チェルシーは
あ
一日
what's
青
this?
春の思いでお待ち申し上げております。
So I'm just looking at something else real quick. Alright. That's all I wanted to look. Stone's like, eternity?
我は辞書ではないのだが、待ち遠しいの意味だ。
では元気での小僧。
はい、二人ともお元気で。ご恩は忘れません。
Yes, kept them in the house. Forever. You trapped me here! Hey! Hey, move please, move please, move please, move please. I need, thank you. We were actually gonna get trapped.
とりあえず外に出よう。
What's
ウ
his
ッドロー
job?
さんのお父さんって何の仕事をしてるんですか？
そうだな。大勢の人間を束ねる仕事とでも言えばいいのかな。
He's a matchmaker.
親方みたいなものですか？
He says teacher instead.
そんなこと言われたのは初めてだよ。だが、的を射ているかもしれないな。
I don't know where Stan gets teacher immediately from that. I really don't.
ジェノスの町って遠いんですか？途中で腹が減らなきゃいいけど。
スタン君にこれをあげよう。フードサックだ。
Yes, here's this random bag that we have we call a food sack. Yes, here's a food sack. It stores food. Somehow, for some reason, it's different from your normal inventory.
これがあれば戦いを終えた時に体力を回復してくれる。街でフードを補充することで繰り返し使える優れものだよ。
Yes, it's a very special bag of holding, just for food.
へ
Just for
便利で
food.
すねありがとうございます。
さて、行くとしよう。
Right.
ジェノスの町は南西の方角だ。
Southwest of here. Supposedly
ジェノ
southwest.
スの町は森を抜けた先にある。
わかりました。
Oh,
ジェノスの町は
oh, it's the same
森を
thing.
抜けた先にある。
You don't need multiple of those. You really don't. Okay, thank God. Woodrow is 666. Woodrow is 666. Truly the devil. Truly the true enemy. Alright, southwest. Well, I'm gonna go southeast in case there's like a box here. Right, I should actually use fireball. Oh! Why is he so good at shooting arrows? I mean, then again, he literally trained in like an archer master for like forever, so he just covers the back line like way too well. Oh! Wait, he has a sword. All right, he does have a sword. Oh. That could have went badly. That could have went really badly. I forgot. I'm also playing on hard mode, so everything kind of really hurts. Like, actually really, really hurts. I think there's a box down here. Ah. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. Woodrow, I only have like 2 bottles left, so can you help me? Pain. You deal twice, then also stun. You also recover 2 CC and chain more. Oh, this is a save. So this is probably the way we need to go then. So I'm gonna go up here instead because there's probably a treasure chest up here. Come on, give me all the stuff. Yep. Please. I hate that dust. Was that all? No, that wasn't all. Oh, there's the box here. Sweet. I'm in Spain. I'm in Spain. I'm in Spain. Actually, I think I can just use overalls. Overalls? Yeah, overall. We can use this to heal. More boxes. Wait, 30 food acquired. Dead end. Okay. Alright, so this is... I think these are permanent, right? These have to be permanent. I think. I can't remember if mastering them actually makes it permanent. I don't know why. I don't know why I can't remember that. If it does, I should be able to see it here. No, it's still 2 to 4. Okay, so if I put this on, will it make it 2 to 5? Yep, that makes it 2 to 5. I like having more chain combos. I really do. I was hoping mastering it would actually make it permanent. But it doesn't. Oh wait, there's more stuff. Wait, this actually is really good. Hold on. Okay. So there's 3 levels. I need him healed. I really need him healed. I think one thing for sure after I'm finished with playing this... Well, not really finished with playing this. Wait, I don't want to go in. I missed. I'm missing. I'm missing. Wait. Stan, please. Okay. Okay. Save here. Or at least get the Janos, and then save there. And then we'll probably switch games. Okay. Paired rice balls. Alright. So, okay, down here. Ooh. More boxes. I think we're really close to getting where we need to go. Oh, that's painful. That's actually really painful. This is not good. This actually might be a good thing. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Okay, we're fine. We're safe. We're safe, but we're low HP. Like very, very low HP. This is where we need to go. It's a box. I need to use these. on both. That's rude. Not rude, but still. This is where I start falling off the game. Because I have to focus on more than one enemy now. Like, actually focus on more than one enemy. You know, we could have probably just slid down the cliff to get down here. We could have. Right.
こんなことを聞くと怒られるかもしれませんけど、ウッドローさん、親の仕事を継ぐの嫌なんですか?
Well, Stan, you kind of don't really know the situation between Woodrow and his father.
アルバさんとその話をしてるとき、なんか考え込んでるように見えたんで、もしかしたら悩んでるのかなって。違ってたらすいません。
見透かされていたか。君は物事の本質を的確に捉えられる人間かもしれないな。
I don't know about that one.
嫌ではないが疑問には思っている。息子の私が言うのも変だが、私の父は立派な人物でね。今の私では到底及びもつかないと思っているんだよ。
Yeah, I have that same feeling with my own father, especially since, a long time ago. A long time ago. What? I couldn't really beat my father at, like, any kind of game. Including, like, the old Mario Brothers game on, like, the Nintendo. And that was just, like, kind of like a party game. It was like, who got the most points and who would actually outlive the other. I forgot how that game played, honestly, but he was actually good at games and I'm not. And I'm very much not. He definitely did not let me win at any game because it wouldn't be realistic to let me win. And that was a long time ago, though. You know, parents are supposed to let their kids win like every so often instead of just like outright steamroll them into the ground with no hope of winning and no actual feedback of what they did wrong. But depending on the kid, they will either learn from it or they will despair. That's usually the two the two choices that they have to make on their own. I know I had to make that on my own. I know I really had to. Still never beat my dad though. Still never did. Because that's how life is. It's ruthless. Especially since my family's Asian. And coming from where they once were, it's very, very competitive. Like, extremely. If the child is not able to go through it, they would be eaten alive, especially in China. That's probably why I'm here and not in China. Probably. But that's a different kind of thing. That's a different story. Just a bit further, he says. Just a bit. Just a bit. Alright then. Yeah. Hold on. I gotta answer a question on Twitter since I did do that, like the Twitter post kind of thing, and then it's like, huh? Where was this? Oh. Is that so? Is that so? Okay, so how to actually... Let's see, how many likes is this? Okay, there's 10 likes, and I've already answered 9 questions, so the 10th question is, do you clip yourself? That's easy to answer, yes. If I remember to. Thank God for Stream Deck. I just have an easy clip button right there. The easiest thing to reach for. Even though I don't think I have anything that's clip-worthy right now, but that... Oh, wait, I keep running in. I keep running in. I don't want to be here. I hate these moths. I really do. I really do. They just leave things around and it's painful. Actually, I think there was something over here. Nope, it's just dead space. I like the way Woodrow actually uses his swords. I really do. When he has to use it, he just legitimately just Sephiroths them. Comes down from above and just cuts you. Like, no questions asked. Hey, look, it's a traveling merchant. It's one of us. It's one of me. He's like me for real, for real. What do you have for us? I do have lens on me. We do gather them from monsters, so... See. Oh, there's a current rate. That's right, there's a current rate. You can.
レンズハンターといってレンズ集めを仕事にする人もいるくらいだ。
俺も売ってみようかな。お？そうかい？
Yes, sell it to the merchant friend. Because I'm gonna need it. Wait, I have a lot. I actually have a lot. It's not worth much, but it's tradable. Yeah, it's tradable. Let's see. I want to buy more life bottles because at least 2 more, and then the rest being this. Can I sell anything else? No, I can't. Let's see. Okay. Most stores. You would do well to remember. Oh! You kicked me! How dare you! Please burn, please burn. Oh. I lose so much HP. I lose so much HP. I want to get to Saingold. Alright. That's fine. Thank you for your help, Woodrow. And that's where we end this game for today. And now we're just going to play something else. After a brief break. Just a very brief break, because I need to use the restroom, all that stuff. That's because Woodrow knows. Woodrow always knows. At least Woodrow is more upfront about it. in terms of what he knows. Just that Stan doesn't understand that he knows. Woodrow's not Kaya. Kaya will hold all the secrets from you.
わかりました。
Thank God this isn't Genshin Impact, right?
おいウッドロートや
こら、何呼び捨てにしてるんだよ。失礼だろ。
我の声が聞こえるなら詫びよう
If you can hear me, if not, it makes no difference.
どうなんだ聞こえるのか聞こえないのか
また会おう
Until next time, God, he's well, he definitely won't reveal that secret.
気のせいか我の存在に気づいているように思う
Was I wrong? He seemed very much aware of me.
考えすぎだ
You
よ。
worry too
気に
much.
しすぎなんじゃないか。
あの男
That's unusual. He had a very dignified presence. Well, yeah, he did have a very dignified presence.
間違いなく言えるのは、ウッドローさんがいい人だってことさ。さてと、俺たちは北の門へ向かおう。
Right, we need to find an inn. We need to find an inn. I hope this is an inn. Please, I need a save. This is not an inn. I need to find a place to save, please. Please, wait, that there's a treasure box there. I see a treasure box here. Oh, please. Ah, I can't get down there. Wait, I have to go through here. Excuse me for barging into your house. Excuse me. Don't mind the stranger, complete stranger in your house. Don't mind them at all. I need an inn. I need an inn. I need an inn. Where's an inn? I think it's over here. No, that's not. Wait, it's over here. Finally, an inn. I can save. All right, now that we've saved. I'll be right back. So, yes, we'll be right back. So, I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom. Not in front of everyone here. right, I'm back. I'm back. Just give me a moment. I'm almost here. I'm almost okay. I'm back now. All right. Anyway, sorry about the long way. I even forgot to turn back on the music even. All right. So, what we're gonna do next, and some of you might not even like this, because well, not everyone likes it. Definitely not everyone likes it. We're gonna go ahead and play a little bit of Valorant at least. Because I do need to get better at the game. I really, really do. I really, really do. So we're going to go ahead and start up Valorant. And hopefully we'll get better. We'll play better, hopefully. We'll play better, hopefully. Except, don't, well, you'll see. You'll see what I mean. Because I know I'm not good at this game. But I try to be. And I try to improve. However, I am not the best at this game. Not at all, even. Not at all, not at all. But we try here. You know what? Trying is better than doing nothing, after all. There we go, game's captured. Alright, then. Oh, Telepizza's on. That was the guy that we played with the other day, actually. Like, for Keto's first stream. You know, I'm gonna play a little bit Deathmatch, and then I'm going to go Escalation and then Spike Rush. Or Swift Play. One of those two. One of those two. Mostly because I need to get used to, like, more guns, because a lot of times I'm just using the Vandal. A lot of times I'm just using the Vandal for who knows how long, even. For who knows how long. Oh, wait. Darren even did this, too. Alright, alright. Alright. Anyway. Now we're in queue forever. We'll be in queue forever and ever, chat. Oh, never mind. Now the game's starting. So we'll be fine. We'll be fine, probably. Stuck on match found. Oh, okay. There we go. It just took a while. Alright.
Deathmatch. Warm up.
Sharife. Okay. I think we should be good. Got him. Got that one. Oh, there was some over there.
Until then, survive.
I look at my Oni.
Charlie Mike, let's move.
Got that one. Oh! Oh! Pain. Oh, I got that one before I died. That's fine, though. Actually, I missed every single shot. Pain. Pain. Actual pain. Down. That one's also down. Pain. Yes. Anyway. As you can see, chat, I am not very good at this game. I also stomp around at every single moment. Even though I shouldn't. Oh. There's one. Oh! Off here. Here. Almost got him. Ah. I really need to be careful about where I shoot. Okay, headshot. Behind me. Two. Directly at my head. Alright, one. I heard 80-80 works here, but I don't even remember how to perform 80-80 even. Like this. 'Cause that doesn't really do much for me. Alright. Ah! Pain. Here, got him. Got them. Even though I'm very low health, I'm going to die. There's someone right here. Got him.
I can do this all day.
Oh. They're over there. Upstairs. Ah! They already knew I was there. Okay. Oh, that's how... Okay. Oh, I see what it is. It's invincibility. I fooled them at least. Right? Okay. That's another. Oh, pain. Okay, I'm not very good at this, though. I can't be sneaky. Like, I can try. Doesn't work very well for me, though. Pain. At a certain distance, huh? Okay, they used 80-80.
10
Okay.
kills remaining.
And I'm just gunned down. Okay. Well, at least I'm in the middle. Not the best, but I'm in the middle.
Hostile KIA.
Ooh,
5 kills remaining.
someone up here. Side. Nope. Behind me. Ah. Okay, that's a headshot. Another headshot. Ooh hoo 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 hoo. Hee 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 hee. Look at my gun. It's golden. Another.
One kill remaining.
Ah, well. Oh! Pain. I didn't get that last one. But that's fine. At least I didn't do too terribly. This place isn't awful. Well, it is awful. It is awful. But it's not extremely awful. So, mark that as a win at least. Mark that as a win at least. Alright, escalation. Now it's team deathmatch with random guns. I kind of wish it didn't do certain weapons. Like special weapons, like rocket launchers. Or grenades. Especially grenades, because I feel like I can never get anyone with that. Because I don't know the maps too well, so I don't exactly know where to throw them. Even if I know where they're stepping, they can probably run away from them really easy.
Match found.
But that's just something that I gotta learn. That is something that I just have to learn, and, well, just gotta deal with it at that point. It's not like, after all, it's not like I'm stuck with it, after all. So, well, we'll figure it out.
Warm
I'll
up.
figure it out eventually. Right, warm up. Okay, so we are muting that one. Actually, I don't know how to mute that one. Alright, mute. I have missed every single shot. That's painful. I mean, I have a sniper. Oh, I missed. Okay, this is the Ares. Mm-hmm. Ah, I didn't mow him down. Oh, it's Sarife. I missed. I'm terrible at this. Okay. Let me knife you. No. Oh, pain. True pain. Okay, we all got the classic then.
Yo.
Fight.
Hello there. I hear steps in front of me, I think. Oh no, they're not in front of me. They're over here. So I'll go behind them. If I can. Unfortunately, there is way too much distance from behind. One, 2, 3. God. 1, 2, 3. I don't know how that works, but okay. I'll take it. Except for the fact that I am not getting any kills.
Nice.
Alright, that's a Sarife. And I need to click on their heads. Instead, I am not clicking on heads. And that is my own fault. All I gotta do is click on heads. Okay. It's quiet. Oh, they're all in center now. So Alt B.
Target 86.
Ah, I didn't make it. I got shot in the back. Oh, look, a Bucky. Okay. So it looks like they're all just skirmishing over here. So maybe... Okay, there we go. Ah. Okay. What I want to do is go down here. Don't worry, I'm behind you. You'll probably be fine. Probably. I turned around at the wrong moment. Wait, what? Eh? Oh, just goes to show you I am not good at this game. I got that one. 2. 3. Oh no, not 3. Might know I'm coming this way. They might know. And I need to learn to aim at a head. Or just that happens, and that's fine too. That happens too. Oh, I don't like. Okay.
Tango down.
I don't like these. I don't like these. I really don't. Oh. Why does this have to be a weapon in escalation? This does not need to be a weapon in escalation. Oh, good. I'm fine with that. I'm not good with pierce weapons. Even though I should be. It is the Odin. It is the Odin, so... Oh, look at that. I didn't get any kill yet. I did not get any kills yet. Okay, there's one here. Okay. That's one. Pain. True pain. I need a way to look long. I'm going this way. Yes, no. Got one.
86.
All right. Okay, this has no penetration, so
Be gone. Reloading.
wall bang. Okay. Surely I'll have different results this time, right? Surely. Enemy's not final level though. Oh no, it's grenades. Oh! I lost in a knife fight. That feels bad. Okay. Okay, that's pretty smart. They actually use that as cover. I couldn't see that. They're most likely gonna win this though, because I can't see anything. Okay, now we've got things. Except we didn't win. That's fine though. I can't alt chat for some reason. I can't tab an alt chat. What is my score? It's terrible. It should be terrible. Okay, I'm not the last person. Not the very last person. So that's a slight improvement. But what is this? Oh, it's like... Alright, so... the easiest way to get alt chat. Because I don't remember. Communication. We already have explicit language filter off, because I don't need that. Muted words list. Case insensitive. Call us in chat. Yes, I need that on. Well, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Alright, so, shift play.
Match found.
I did change it over, right? Yeah, I did. It's changed over. It's changed over. But yes. The only character we play here is Harbor, because that's the only character I know how to play. Except not really, because I'm also terrible with Harbor. Because I tend to blind my own teammates with Harbor still. But it's a learning experience, right, chat? It's just a learning experience. And also, I'm getting lots of, okay, that's pensions. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ah, okay. That's nothing I need to pay attention to. At least in my opinion, I don't need to pay attention to that. But to each their own, right? I would rather let drama be drama, and we won't even go towards it. Because no one wants to really hear about drama. I should probably mute everyone, but Also, we're just missing one person on the other side. Yeah, I hope everyone in chat's doing okay today. I am okay for the most part. For the most part. I have an ear infection on the left side of my left ear. But I am not dizzy. Q. Okay. It kicked the sound to Q because the other person was not ready.
Match found.
They weren't ready or they dodged. It's still Ascent though. I still do not know maps as well as like most people do. Oh, look, ads. There are ads.
Together, we'll crush them.
Oh, that's painful. But yes, we do have ads. At least the game isn't starting yet. And it'll probably start as soon as the timer runs out here, unless everyone actually gets ready. Looks like everyone's actually gonna get ready first. Quite painful, but that's fine. That's fine. Or versus small succubus and Garbage Daddy. I am very much not a good player at this. But if you want to go ahead and make fun of me while I play this, then go right ahead, because I'm not very good at this game. Not good at this game at all. Especially with how many times I've stomped in the game. Stomping as in running. Because sound is very much a thing in this game. Like loud sounds even. Very loud sounds. But yes. Very much yes. I wonder if I should even make today's stream a long stream, because I have no idea. I might be feeling that because otherwise I'd just be laying down in bed, looking at the ceiling, doing absolutely nothing, because I got no idea of what else I would want to do today. Well, anyway, ads are done, so we should be back to our regular scheduled programming of seeing a traveling merchant play Valorant, even though I'm not very good at Valorant. But that's fine. That's fine. Taking a while to load this match, though. I should probably learn how to play other characters, but at the same time, I need more map knowledge and map awareness. Oh, map knowledge in general. So I know where to actually block. Because Harbor's Wall can only do so much. It can really only do so much. Oh, here we go. Alright, so Sheriff B. And that's it. Actually, sell it. I want the ghost instead. That way I can buy 2 of that. Alright, that's the spike over there. Yo, I'm gonna throw. I'm really laggy. Oh, okay. That happens, Floor. That happens. Someone take the spike. Alright. My instincts say I should probably block off something or other. Like right here, maybe.
Walls up.
Right there? Oh, they're like all right there.
One enemy remaining.
Okay. Okay, I got 3. I got 3. That's fine. I'm not supposed to do that.
That was good, but we are not done.
Okay. Heavy shields, and I guess I'll pick up, like, Spectre. I wasn't expecting 3 kills. I really wasn't. Oh yeah, they are definitely...
I can't shoot. I can't do it. Hang on.
It's fine. Try your best.
Am I shooting?
Okay, I got 2. I got 2 somehow.
One enemy remaining.
Okay. Okay. I'm surprised.
No, people too.
Alright, so...
Can we celebrate that?
Alright, Vandal time. Maybe I should get a ghost. Nah. Nah, we're fine. Okay, they know we're coming through here now. So what I'm going to do is do it this way.
Yes, edge jump it.
Water rising.
Satchel out.
Where the fuck did they go? No, where am I?
Running them.
Alright, they're right here.
Learn the die.
Sage is fire.
Spike down B. Last player standing.
Pain. They all came from the side.
I have the spike.
One enemy remaining.
You better.
Behind. They're coming from behind.
I suggest you move.
Spike planted.
Behind. They're on it right now. They're on it right now. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Good job.
Last round before the switch.
Alright. Last round because...
Thank you.
Okay, so... I know they came from the other side. So I'm blocking this other side. For a good reason. Alright, so... This is probably the best thing we can do. Oh, they're going A.
Oh, Neon's going A with spike.
Walls up.
Spike down mid.
Where did Nia come from? I didn't even hear her. Well, that's truly painful.
Last player standing.
Good try. Good try.
Oh my
You
God,
did.
sorry.
You did all you could. It's fine. You're good.
Switching sides.
They're going to scatter from my stuff. Super easy to pick off.
Yeah, stay hydrated.
What the f?
All right. I'm I'm gonna go B. Actually, I might go A.
Goodbye, somebody.
Okay, I'm going to do it this way. This is the best thing I can do for right now.
However, I could buy you.
Water rising.
Okay, they're going that way.
Wave crashing.
Spike planted.
Ah, pain. I got a headshot.
I'm so
Truly
lost
pain.
now.
Last player standing.
Hmm.
I'll return.
Only one. Harbor's got everything marked off here.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, pain. They got around him. Very good try.
Zuko better watch their backs.
Okay.
Reloading. Anyone need something?
All right. All I have is a
I could buy
ghost.
some good.
Can someone spot me?
Swap me a Spectre. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So. Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it right here.
Walls up.
They're all there. They grow as an
Spike
entire
down
group.
B.
Hi! I'm pissed!
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Grenade!
Rough couple games. That's fine though. And we know they're lagging, so they've got 160 ping, which is actually kind of painful. Ooh, that's rough.
Live. I hate making new friends.
Alright, so Vandal, Ghost. Alright, so let's try this again. I'll make it so they actually have to like come out this way.
They're not winning yet. Water rising.
Wall race.
Spike down B.
Flooding them.
Spain.
Grenade!
Ooh,
Bomb buddy
very
out.
nice.
Spike down B.
Yeah, they have to pick up the spike here. Other than that, they're coming around that way.
Caution here.
They're still all in here.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, down. Headed down there.
Good. Hunted.
Very nice. Good job.
No.
Match point.
Okay, match
Fight
point.
till the end.
Vandal Ghost. Okay, so they might actually change it up to A this time. At least that's what I would do, right?
Do you wanna switch? Here.
That's what I would do.
Why not trade Ghost, Harper?
Oh.
Yeah.
Walls up.
Okay, they're not going this side.
Right there.
They're going A.
Spike down A.
Enemy spotted A.
Enemy spotted mid.
Spike is
Wave crashing.
Oh, Pain, that's an op. That's an op. Pain. Truly Pain. Oh, wait, she got him.
One enemy remaining.
I just watched it.
Ooh.
Oh, did you?
Defenders
Good job,
win.
Sam. Nice McNally.
Very nice, though. Well, at least I didn't do absolutely terrible, right? At least I got second. Could have had a better kill death score, though. Well, that's my own fault. I wasn't being careful. Let's see. What's my... At least I got 1 kill per round. I can at least say that. I can at least say that. And 1 triple kill for whatever reason at the very beginning. Let's see. My best game was on the 3rd round. Oh, yeah. I got 2 kills during that time with the Vandal. But I didn't get the 3rd one. The other one got me with a classic. Let's see. So, they're all in the same area. I just didn't get the other harbor. That's unfortunately painful. Score, 0 score there because I immediately died. Also 0 score. At least I got someone there. And at least 1 assist. That's not bad. That really isn't bad. Force play. Oh, they're in a party. They're probably playing competitive, which I would never play competitive in Valorant. I'm not good enough for that. Definitely not good enough for that. Alright.
Together, we'll crush them.
There we go. At least another few matches, right? We'll just keep going until I get bored. At least until I get bored, or... Well, I haven't been very funny, chat. I'm sorry, but, yeah. This is probably one of those games where I'm, like, going complete focus. Even though I'm not very good at the game, I still go complete focus. It's like, wait, what the heck? Oh, that's right. That's a crossover pack for Tales of Arise. I forgot that was a thing. All right. Wait, chat position update. Wait. Don't do that. Don't do that. I didn't want that to happen. But yes, chat. Hello again. My name is Lacus's Arkwhite, your traveling merchant friend, currently behind bars right now, so I'm not really traveling right now. And right now we're just playing some Valorant today. We were playing Tales of Destiny Remake earlier, but we kind of cut that off because that was only really just going to be a one-off thing until until I get like my actual model rigged, which will happen eventually in the future. I hope. We're back in queue. Okay, that's fine.
Match found.
At least being requeued in is God. Is a lot quicker. At least for the most part, it's a lot quicker. Alright. Back to Harbor. I'm still not very good at the entire walling thing. But I'm getting there. Getting there. We'll have to see for that, though. Oh, okay, we actually are going in. It's split, though. I don't know about this map, honestly. I don't know. Also, I kind of really wanted this one, this little banner here, but I was a little bit too late. That was the last battle pass. That was the last battle pass, unfortunately. So out of everything in this game, the only skins that really interest me is really mostly just the weapon skins. Oh, not really weapon skins, but the melee weapons specifically. Melee weapons specifically all look pretty good. And I've only really bought the Oni pack. I'm okay with the Golden Oni Vandal that I have right now. I don't think I'm going to need anything else. That is probably the first and final purchase I'm ever making on this game. Probably. I could be wrong in the future, though. We'll just have to see, honestly. I do know that Gecko is kind of a pain when they just throw out lizards that spit in your face and blind you, which is actually kind of painful. Okay. A ghost with 2 cascades. Oh, we're defending. Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do then... I think the best thing that I can do is really just... Okay. So, I'm just gonna do this. I don't know how much I can actually curve this. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to curve it to the actual other wall.
Water rising.
There we go.
A.
Hey, okay. They're going A.
Oh.
Enemy A.
He's up top, moving.
Top heaven.
Spike planted.
Got ya.
Eyes down.
Last player standing.
Oh, pain. Oh well. That was a good try, though. At least I got one kid.
Their cipher
One kill.
knows too much.
Alright, heavy shields. Another ghost. I think that's all I'm gonna be able to get. And then stop running right here. What I'm gonna do... I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time.
Walls up.
Some here.
Right there.
No one.
Oh, it's back at B.
Wave crashing.
Ah, Spectre.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Ooh, pain. Please, that was so scary.
You can mix it up.
Right,
Go
anyway.
down. Let's talk.
Like, they know how to really rotate is the thing. So I'm not entirely too sure what we can do here. So what I'm going to do...
Walls up. Right there.
I've got your trail.
Flooding them.
I know exactly where you are.
Pain.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Outrun me? Oh my god, you guys are so good.
Last round in the half.
All right, last round.
There's no bank in hell.
Okay. We'll do the same at A again. Do the same at A.
Try not to get shot, okay?
I think that was actually really close by, actually.
Water rising.
It's all you, little homie.
Pain.
140 Omen, 100 Cypher.
All right. I got blinded though, so it's like
Last
that was my
player
fault for
standing.
actually looking at it. They're planting.
Spike planted.
That one's at least right there. Oh, yep.
Duck.
Ooh, nice. Someone from behind.
Careful.
Oh. 2.
3.
We're stomping around. You can shoot for that. Ooh.
One enemy remaining.
Nice. Okay, nice.
You're better.
Nice.
Ace.
No charges left.
Switching sides.
Okay.
You made them look again.
All right. So what do I want to do? How do I want to do this? Okay. I know. I think I know. So like right around here.
Nah, Spike.
I do not have spike. Okay, so it's not me.
Please.
Curve the wall.
Thank you.
Water rising. Decoy.
Enemy B.
Wave crashing.
Grounded.
Nice.
Last player standing.
Bane. Rip Gecko. Rip the Gecko friend. I can only get that ghost again. Okay, so how am I gonna do this? I think I know. I think I know what I can do. Right here.
Walls up.
That's one.
Time to jump. Reloading.
Push.
Flooding them.
This is up top.
Ah, pain. Almost got him.
Get out of my way.
Last
It's
player
just the jet
standing.
now.
Damn.
7.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh. Nice.
Nice. What would you all do without me?
Oh, okay. Alright, so... Alright. They probably heard me from here. Probably, anyway. They could come behind us, but I'm not sure.
Walls up. Bloody them. Wave crashing.
Last player
Ah,
standing.
pain. Can't pull out gun fast enough. I am 2-7.
point.
I am 2-7. This is painful.
He says tickle.
Alright, so... I could just go behind them. I could. I don't know how feasible that is.
Water rising.
I'll go with him back here.
Blocking sight.
Reloading.
The Gecko has the spike. There should be like someone in B-Link. I think they've already rotated back. Ooh, that was quick.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
I got the spike.
Ooh.
Knives are better.
No charges left.
Sudden death.
No stopping now. Not until the job is done.
Sudden death. Alright. So where are we going?
Reloading.
Wait, how am I second?
Chamber.
Okay, so I could do this and then cover the other way. Let's just mark off heaven.
Reloading.
Okay, they know we're coming here now.
Water rising.
Knife.
Okay.
Knife.
Wave crashing. Anyone else? Flooding them.
Behind.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh.
Nice.
Walls up. Reloading.
Wait, knifer.
Shield going out.
I've got your trail.
Damn it.
Last player standing.
GG.
Attackers win.
Was that
That was a good attempt, though. I have a crappy score. A very crappy score. Okay, I am only second in the team. No, third. Third in the team. I was second. And then Tengen got a kill. Oh, pain. 9 deaths. I have died every single round. Okay. And another one.
Match found.
This is Fracture. I don't know what this map is. I don't know what this map is. I'll be honest. I'm actually terrible with every single map name, so... Actually, very, very terrible at every single map name. Pain. True pain. But yes, we'll see. Alright. I'll be honest, I don't think I'll ever do this unrated because unrated seems to take forever. I definitely prefer swift play or spike rushes. Mostly because everyone has a spike, also random guns. But at least swift play, you can choose guns, but... Nah. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But yes. Oh. I thought I got pinged. I didn't get pinged. I didn't get pinged anything. Long load, though. Very long load. But yes, hello. And hello again.
Hey, let's keep that spike safe. I'm told it's terribly expensive.
I'm told it's terribly expensive? I don't know about that one. This... I don't remember liking this map very much. Wait. Okay. Alright, so... Okay, they know we're gonna go there. How do we do this? How do I do this? I think what I need to do... Go around this way. Okay.
Enemy spotted B. Barrier created.
Wait, there's someone behind us? Yeah, I'm going crazy.
Our spike is down. Someone's B.
Spike down B.
See ya.
Last player standing.
Alvida.
One enemy remaining.
Flooding them.
Oh, man. At least I got 2. I almost whiffed so bad. I mean, I think I whiffed more. I think I whiffed more. Alright, so... Okay, I could just do this. Bro, I hit 2 of the shots. I don't even remember what I hit.
Water rising.
All right. Come from beyond.
Reloading. Enemy spotted.
Ultimate ready.
All right.
Let's turn the tide.
Reloading. Opponent killed.
Wave crashing.
Spike down B.
Oh, wait, there was someone behind me. Pain.
Bye.
Last player standing.
Ooh.
No charges left.
Wait, how'd that work? Ooh, painful.
MVP is mine. Let's do this.
All right, Vandal. I think I can save with that. Actually, you know what? Let's go the other way. Let's actually go the other way. I don't know this way better. I don't. I don't actually.
Walls up. Wave crashing.
Time to hunt.
Flooding them.
Who's next?
Shield going out. Kill confirmed. Water rise.
One enemy remaining.
My ultimate's ready.
Right.
Last
Spike is
player
down.
standing. Spike down B.
Carrying spike. What can I say? I do this for a living.
Last round before the switch.
I just spend all your money.
Okay.
Give it to me. Good cause.
Okay, switch it up at A. Okay, so the best thing I should actually do is just like cover this area. Alright, alright. I think I got this.
Water rising.
Alright, and then I'll blow it out here. Bud.
Time to hunt.
Shield going out. Wave crashing. Someone there.
Enemy killed.
Oh, pain.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Ooh, pain. Almost. Almost.
Switching sides.
Alright. Ghost. Alright. So, how do I do this? How do I do this? There's like 2 ways to get in. Or 1 way to get in here. They could come from behind or they come from in front. It's kind of hard. Like this is like 1 long way, so I could just cover the back. Cover the back.
Walls up. Watch your eye. Right there.
Spike planted.
Wave crashing.
Last player standing.
That's because I kept moving.
That's done.
Ooh, almost.
Match point.
Their jet has nothing on me. I got it.
Alright, how do we do this? I just don't know where they could be going. That's the issue. Okay, so he's gonna be doing... Alright, so... If I cover it this way then...
Plug those holes, guys.
Walls up.
Cover it this way, and I can look this way.
Right there.
Spike planted.
Flooding them. Jalhad. Wave crashing.
Sleep tight.
One enemy remaining.
Ultimate ready.
Lucky sight.
Yes. Disaster averted.
Oh!
Take them out before they even pull the trigger.
Okay, so... oh, this is gonna be, Okay. Okay. I'm going to cover the back.
Jet's wings.
I'm gonna cover the back. While they look that way.
Water rising. Right there.
We'll go A.
Spike planted.
Let's turn the tide. Wave crashing. Flooding them.
You should run.
Blocking fire.
Oh, I ran out of ammo.
Last player standing.
True pain. Ooh. In that little corner.
Win.
Nice, though. Oh my god, I'm top. I should not be top in this game. I should not be. I shouldn't be. I will always be in disbelief if I'm actually MVP in any game. Quite literally. Because I do not believe I am good at this game at all. There's something wrong if I'm actually best in the team. I will say this for every game until I die. There's something wrong if I'm the best in my team. Fundamentally, there is something severely wrong. Will they even have had an AFK? I only had Ghost here. Randall. Kill 2. What was my average kill? Well, my average was 1.1. So at least 1 kill a round. It was not bad. Not bad at all, actually. Right. Anyway. I think that will be enough for me today. I think that will be enough for me today. Again, thank you everyone for coming by to watch me today. So anyway, we'll go back. We'll go back to our little cell in this little prison here. I'm sorry if the stream was a bit unannounced and a bit odd today, chat, because, well, I didn't come in with a plan. But that's usually like all of my streams, though. It's usually all of my streams. And, well, I know not everyone likes to watch me play Valorant. Well, I don't often play Valorant on stream. I've, like, played it, like, at least 2-3 times in total? Yeah, about 2-3 times in total. On stream, anyway. As always, thank you everyone for always coming back to watch the little old me. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, and especially when we do like our small little just chatting segments in front of like any of the games that I end up playing. Again, it's always appreciated that everyone comes by to chat with me. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and find someone to raid. I do know who I want to raid right now, actually, because someone else is playing Valorant, and that's also another friend of a friend. So we're gonna go ahead and raid Anya. It looks like they're playing Valorant and teaching Aito right now. So let's go ahead and raid them real quick. Come with me. Come with me, chat. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Hopefully my ear infection doesn't get worse. Hopefully it just dies down later today, and then we'll be back to normal. I know tomorrow's going to be a bit of a split stream, since we're going to be doing Like a Dragon Ishin in the morning, and then the Records of Waypoint later on, most because in between, I'm going to actually finally get my hair cut in between that time and then. So, yeah, there will be like a bit of a, just a bit of like a pause between the two, as much as I'd like to have a super long stream. Dang, I came in during raid time. Yeah, Potato, but that's my fault. I stream during times that are when people are at work during the weekdays, so this is normal for me, though. But hey, at least you came in for just a little bit towards the end here, even though it's raid time. Doesn't really matter. At least you came, though. And thank you for coming by, though. Anyway, we are going to go ahead and raid Anya. She's currently teaching Aito, another friend of a friend, how to play Valorant. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.